from a cold water perspective, the thing that I really believe is the most impactful for us is your nervous system reset. So what truly happens when you go in the cold water, you're intentionally putting yourself in fight or flight. You've got fight or flight around you because of all the construction workers. We've got it around us at all points in time. You have
And
an
of course, when you're living in chronic pain, that's where I am, and so many of our listeners are as well. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. And so when you're in that state, to be able to really, I picture it like a light switch. Like you literally are just flicking it real quick, and then it's just resetting things. So when you go in the water, your body feels that intensity. There's really not a way to not be in the present moment. If it is really cold, you are in your body, you are right there. And so in a lot of ways, I feel like it has a meditative element to it, just because you're listening to your body's needs in that moment and hopefully honoring those and letting those kind of guide your practice. And so when you're doing that, you're able to know, okay, my body's had the right amount of good stress exposed to it. And then you get to that point where you're like, nope, I am ready to get out now. And when you get out, your body immediately shifts out of fight or flight, and you step into that recovery space where your body is naturally warming up. And that's where all the resilience is built. So what you want to do is let it just warm up naturally, because then it learns, okay, I go through this stress, but I know exactly what to do afterwards. And it really rewires your brain for how to handle every other stress that comes up in your life. And that is the thing that has been so wild to watch in my life and in the lives of others around me as they do this practice. It's like you show up different in every other area of your life just because of this little fraction of time that you had. But you did a really hard thing. You did something super uncomfortable. It's not desirable, any of those things, but your body is literally thanking you for it, and you're paying it forward in showing up differently throughout your entire day.
It's insane because you think about like 2 minutes. Is it legitimately 2 minutes?
Such a good question. No, it does not have to be 2 minutes.
To be a good or bad answer?
No, it's such a good question, because I think as humans, we just crave like an answer, right? You're like,
of course,
I want
in
this
pain.
done. Yeah. I would like this answered, and that will solve everything.
Right.
And so the reality is no. You've got two things you can play with. You can play with the time, and you can play with the temperature. So a big thing circulating in the ethers right now is that women shouldn't be in cold water. So that's like a thing that is talked about, which I don't agree with.
That's what we're here. I mentioned I want to debunk this because when I research it, it's like, come on, what?
Isn't it interesting?
It is. I believe that probably men are writing this information.
Surprisingly, it was a female doctor that I heard it from. Yeah, I know.
Stick up for us, woman.
I know. I was like, I think that's not right. But in all fairness, I am kind of joking about that. So her premise was, and the general premise is like, women's bodies are more adaptable to heat than they are to cold. And so it's too stressful on our systems to put it in cold. And so I will be honest, when I heard that, I was like, oh shit, like, have I been doing it wrong the whole time? Like, have I been advocating for the wrong things?
Right.
So I switched it. I like moved the temperature way up, and I tried it, and was like, nothing. Like, this is not doing the thing anymore. Now, I will say what you could do, and what I think is actually really interesting and fun, and I'm starting to play with, is doing the higher temperature, but for longer. So maybe you sit in 70-degree water for 20 minutes. And that is a totally different experience than 45 for 2 minutes. So the reality is, find what you like, what your body appreciates. And when you get out of there, you will instantly know, like, this was it, or I don't feel any different, or it was too much. Whatever that is, your body will tell you. And I think that's something that's so cool about the practice, is you don't have to wait like 4 weeks to be like, oh, maybe it'll work. Maybe I'll see a difference. It's literally like you step out and you're like, well, I feel way better.
Wow.